So in this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about the recent CSGO updates that have happened, and possibly the biggest one is the M4 update. So now the M4A1S has its fire rate reduced, and now its fire rate is drastically lower than that of the M4A4. As well, the armor penetration of the M4A1S has been dropped, so now it's also below the M4A4, I believe. It's in the 60% area of armor pen, which this now puts the M4A4 drastically ahead of the M4A1S in close quartered combat. Many people are asking if the M4 can still go against people at long ranges. The M4A4 is not the best at long ranges, as it's not as accurate as the M4A1S. However, the M4A1S accurate range has been decreased, so to say. So as its distance has been, its effective range has been decreased in accuracy, it is less effective as well at distance, and with less armor pen, it is also again less effective. And to finish all the M4A1S problems, it's also been basically, I'm not really sure what the word is. It's had its spray pattern increased in size. So now the spray pattern of the M4A1S is slightly larger, but it is not extremely large, and it is still drastically smaller than that of the M4A4. So the M4A4 spray pattern is still very difficult to control. And it's well compared to the M4A1S. However, the M4A4 is now shifting into a more of a close quartered combat gun, whereas the M4A1, excuse me if I said the M4A1 is shifting into close quartered combat, the M4A4 is shifting into a close quartered combat gun, and the M4A1 is shifting slightly more towards a long-ranged sort of weapon. However, seeing now as the M4A1S and the M4A4 are the exact same price, they don't really make too much of a difference, as the first 4 shots of the M4A1 are fairly accurate and almost on precise accuracy. The first 2 shots of the M4A4 they land essentially right on top of each other, as you can see from this. That's 2 shots right there, and they land almost on top of each other. So yes, that is solely the M4 update. Now, to make matters even better, dualies have been buffed. So for all of you dualie fans out there, you can start using the dualies in Pride. Just kidding. The dualies are still a terrible gun. Their armor pen has been buffed to only 57, and their effective range of accuracy has been slightly increased. So their armor pen has been bumped up very small amounts. So they're no longer essentially a double Glock, but now they're more of dual USPSs, but worse. If you look at the buy period, if you look at the stats here real quick, if you see USPS has an armor pen of 50.5 and the dually says 57.5, that's not that big of a difference. Are the dualies now a gun that you should be buying on pistol rounds because of this? No. The biggest issue currently with the dualies is the movement and spray pattern. The dualies have the second largest of all pistols moving and shooting spray pattern. Funny enough, 5.7 has a smaller moving and shooting spray pattern. So is the 5.7 OP compared to the dualies? In a sense, yes, because they're the same price. So either the dualies need to decrease in price, or the 5.7 needs to increase, or they could simply fix the spray of the dualies while moving. So for all you dually lovers, I hate to break it to you, but don't use the dualies ever. But good news again for Zeus lovers everywhere. The Zeus is now $100 only. This is great news. Everyone loves the Zeus. Even if you don't, the Zeus is still a great choice. If you have a spare $100, not a bad decision, because oftentimes if you run out of ammo in both your primary and secondary, a Zeus could come quite in handy. Whereas before, with that $400 price, it just didn't seem plausible that you'd ever need to use such a gun. Or such a taser, I should say. But now, it only being $100, being the second cheapest item you can buy in all of CSGO, with the cheapest being a decoy grenade, which no one really knows how to use. Then what you should do is you should buy a Zeus. Especially for those players who find themselves running out of ammo too often. If you think you never have enough ammo in your guns, then you most definitely need to buy a Zeus. And another massive update, which I can't necessarily show you from a first person perspective, but I can show from a third person. So I have to put SV cheats on, and I entered the command wrong. So as you can see here, you got my third person character model. The character models have been changed. Thanks bot Gary. The character models have been changed. There's now an animation for pulling out every different gun. Using nades has a better throwing animation. And as well, you can't really see it from this angle. You can kind of see the knife. See that? There's now an animation, and as well defusing the bomb has a different animation. I really should start using the Zeus. So in all situations, not too much has changed, other than the M4A1S is now absolutely shit. And the dualies are still terrible. But on the bright side, the Zeus is only $100. That's everyone's dream, isn't it? As you see, the AK gives me 2 shots and I'm dead. I give him 2 shots and I'm not dead. Or, well, he's not dead. Dually time! Alright, that's all. Thank you for watching, and this is Darkside Games.